What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. As we are about a week away from Slammiversary. Yeah, I think Slammiversary is next Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. A lot more build going into this show, leading into Slammiversary and stuff. One thing I guess I've noticed, I said this like about a week or two ago. Well, first we did kick off with a Sami Callahan promo, basically talking about Moose. One of his more distorted videos in the back. And as the show kicked off, they played one of the TNA themes, the Cross the Line one. I guess every week until Slammiversary, they're playing like the past TNA themes. I know they played the first one last week, so they've been playing multiple account of those. But we did kick it off with Tennille Dashwood versus Rosemary. With Havoc being out now, who does Rosemary really team with to go against the tag team champions? A good match. With Rosemary getting the win with the jackknife pin to beat Tennille Dashwood. Right after Madison Rain got in, they started beating up Rosemary after that. Taya came out for the save then as both faces knocked the heels out of the ring. Taya and Rosemary, hit each other from back to back and turned around. Knowing that before, yes, they were a team at one point a few years ago. At least like maybe 2-3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, they were a team a couple years ago, until they took Taya out of the building for that whole murder thing, and she went to NXT after that. But they were a team for a minute, and there was tension there. Rosemary was still with the tension, not on Taya's side yet, so she kind of backed down from her. Not really going along with being a team back again. Uh, right after that, I will say this with Ty and Rosemary. Is this going to lead to a tag team match at Slammiversary for the tag team titles? Most likely, and given that the show is next week, it's not like it's really been a lot of build going into it. I feel like maybe they could have done that a while ago when Taya had first got here, with Taya was more focused on getting Reina's title back, which, I think they show her and Rosemary passing by once, but now it looks like now that they're reluctant partners going for the tag team titles, which I think it will be at Slammiversary next week. So, like I said, there is history there, but it is kind of rushed at the same time. Because we don't know if people will watch at the time, don't know, their whole little team in the past and stuff before, they stopped and where they are right now. So, I guess we probably will see Rosemary and Taya back as a team again. Next, the Good Brothers went to Sandy Fork, Delaware. They were on a farm, I guess the Briscoes farm, and they start messing with equipment and talking to some kid, talking about, we've been tag team champions everywhere and stuff. I did like when they got in the little tractor. Says, hey, remember, Uncle Allen and everything with the AJ Styles thing, we fought at some graveyard, boneyard, referencing the boneyard match and stuff when they were there. Just going all over the farm, saying it stunk. It smells like a Tomatonga match. Chasing a chicken around, and then they went up to the Briscoes' dad then, and I wish they stopped playing background music in a lot of these segments, but the Briscoes end up coming up there with a giant stick and a pickup truck. They start brawling in, and they put Jay Briscoe and they trap him into a tree. I guess the Papa Briscoe there had like a wrench, and then they started threatening him. Mark came back with like a damn machete or some farm equipment, like a spear. I don't know. This looks batshit crazy. I guess it's not like the last time we seen the Briscoes in a farm segment. Well, I remember that fight they had, and I remember their dad saying, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" I like, go look that up. It was on Ring of Honor. Like, are you done yet? That's the main thing I remember the Briscoes' dad was saying when he was like the referee in their match. Like, are you done yet? Like they said like about 50 different times. I remember. So I always thought that was funny. Next, Heath, I should say, was in the back. Talking about Rhino. Rhino needs surgery. He didn't like what I don't know more did to him. And you don't know when Rhino will be back. And he says that Honor No More is gonna go through hell and not make it to Slammiversary. But Gia says, "Are you gonna do this all on your own?" As Heath was, just kind of deciding, thinking on what he's gonna do and whatnot. Um, right after that, PCO went against Steve Macklin. Um, this match, very good for both Macklin and PCO. PCO is a madman. Jesus Christ, he's a madman. Especially with Macklin kicking PCO's shoulder into the arm, and I guess they dislocated or the bone. The bone looked like it was popping out for real, so that did look pretty nasty. And then that the doctors and the security guard telling him to stop, but he didn't want to do it. He's still fighting them off. He's fighting the referees and stuff. And next thing you know, Macklin, I guess when the referee was distracted, Macklin got a chair, hit PCO with it, and hit his underhook DDT right there, or dirty deeds, what some would say, and won the match. After he won, PCO was still like basically no selling since they're playing to the whole Frankenstein thing. Him being reanimated, he's still holding on to Macklin's leg as he's trying to grab him, and Macklin got out of there, knowing how crazy this guy is and stuff. So, good win for Macklin. Given that at least to keep momentum, he did beat Morrissey last week, which I guess that was his last match in the company. Um, and stuff. So Macklin getting another, which I've been saying already. Macklin needs some wins. Like I like Steve Macklin, but I feel like he's taking more L's than he's taking wins. So hopefully they can keep this streak of wins going and lead to somewhere, because the guy is really that good. Next after that, I know they had a flashback. King of the Mountain match. I still think the King of the Mountain match is still confusing to me. Um, Tasha Steeles and Savannah Evans went up to Deanna Purrazzo saying, "Why didn't you do nothing about Mia Yim last week?" But Deanna says, "Whoa, we ain't never agreed to that. You told me to come out there and watch the match. You ain't tell me to attack, okay? See, I want that title, all right?" Tasha ended up just walking away then. Chelsea Green came up to Deanna and said, "Yeah, man, you don't need anyone to help you take out Mia Yim, but it wouldn't hurt to ask for help." So probably an alliance may happen with both of them next. So we'll see what happens. Next, Gia Miller interviewed Matt Morgan. I haven't seen Matt Morgan in a while. I know he's a mayor. He's the mayor of Longwood, Florida nowadays. And he talked about how TNA made him when he was here, and he was the blueprint, and he had matches against guys like Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe and Sting and a lot of people in TNA. I'm almost surprised this guy was never a world champion, also, especially when he was in TNA. Like I remember his WWE run. I remember he was the 7-foot stutter in Palm Tree when he was over there in WWE. TNA, I feel like the last thing I remember Matt Morgan doing in TNA before he left, wasn't he like with Joey Ryan and they were doing this sleazy back thing, or he was like wearing Hogan's cape or something, or was it Macho Man's cape? I don't know what it was, but I remember him doing that, and then Morgan came back for that Global Force thing, and apparently he was promised stuff by Jeff Jarrett, and didn't go out well. Um, I don't know. Like Matt Morgan still looks good though. Okay, he still looks good. He looks like he can still go in the ring, but he's not an active competitor anymore. Vincent walked up saying, "Oh, you're another ghost of TNA's past, and the legacy of TNA will end its anniversary." Vincent basically left. I said, "You know what I'm saying, man?" And Matt Morgan just said, "I don't like Honor No More's chance at Slammiversary," which the commentary team did say that you know, that he's not an active wrestler, so he's not going to be part in that 5-on-5 coming up at Slammiversary. I would like to see Matt Morgan back in the ring, though, but I guess that's out for him. Next, Josh Alexander went against Joe Doring. The rest of Violent by Design was out there with him also. Basically built Joe Doring up as being undefeated, not pin or submitted and everything. Going against Josh Alexander, since no one has beaten Joe Doring, can Josh Alexander beat him? Which was a very good match with these two, but ended up in a DQ finish, which is basically the best way to go, because I guess, they're still protecting Doring out there, which he is good, but at least they're keeping him undefeated and not just having just Josh run right through him. Because I know Josh ended up hitting with the flagpole and stuff. And, he starts taking down the rest of the Violent by Design. Eric Young was about to get in, but he kind of backed down once Josh Alexander caught him in after that. So basically, he backed off then. They're still trying to do their best in building this whole, thing. I know a lot of people don't really believe Eric Young's really going to win anyways at Slammiversary. So, I don't know. I still believe they should have got Morrissey to be in that spot. If you ask me, I'm still standing by that. So, they're trying to do their best to get Eric Young over as a threat, but I don't think it's working all the way. Moose was walking somewhere until Sammy Callahan attacked him, and lights kept going in and out, and these bad music thing play. 'Cause I know they talked to Moose earlier. Um, the last guy that tried to play mind games. I mean, they got carried away by goons. I think it was EC3. But one thing about that segment with Callahan and Moose was that I hate the background music and the punches didn't even look like they connected. And then Sammy's laughing while he's bleeding from the mouth, and he just tried to stick the key in his eye or something, and then he locked Moose into the room, and he couldn't get out then. So I didn't really like that. I just don't like the background music every time they do some backstage fight. The background music gets very, very annoying. Okay. Next, they did show footage of Ace Austin, who did join Bullet Club last week in the whole Best of the Super Juniors. They showed the part basically in the backstage where Alex Zane, was pissed off about it. And basically, most of the Bullet Club members, Jay White and them, just started jumping the guy. And they stole his socks, too. Um, I still think it's unnecessary to have Ace Austin join Bullet Club because I just feel like we're throwing anybody in Bullet Club right now. Like Juice Robinson, and I don't know, man. They were adding anybody in the Bullet Club right now. It looks like okay, and now you got Alex Zane, and he's the final entrant into the Ultimate X. Which, and again, it's like this guy is never even has he wrestled for this company. So like it's like this guy got his ass beat by Bullet Club, and now he gets to be in this match unless they're trying to give him something like he wants to offer for revenge, or he can get payback on Ace Austin. Then again, Jack Evans is the guy that just left the company, so he's just in it to be in it also. um I don't know, like I like Alexander, what I've seen of Alexander, and I did watch the Best of Super Juniors. He's not bad. I know they had this whole friendship with him and Ace Austin, but since Ace Austin's a Bullet Club now, yeah, they beat his ass, and now he's in the match. But I don't. I think it was just unnecessary. Like we're just throwing anybody in the Bullet Club right now. I feel like. Next, Matt Cardona was being interviewed. Why not interview? But I guess somewhere in a video on Zoom with Brian Myers. Given that he talked about Swan is supposed to be the digital media champion, but he has the belt and everything. But Cardona does have a torn bicep. I did read about that, and I don't know if he's still defending that NWA title, but he cannot do this on his own, and he needs Brian Myers to do it at Slammiversary. So I don't know where you want to see that with him and Rich Swann. I don't really give a shit about this belt that much in general, so I don't know why they still have this belt. Um, I don't know. Swan, like I said, Swan's fallen from grace. One thing I will say about the whole Ace Austin thing, it's kind of funny. Like, where you got, Ace Austin just goes over there and just easily joins Bullet Club after doing a whole tournament. Like, Chris Bay, at least there was some story behind it, and they couldn't even send him to Japan. I feel like he could have been in that whole Best of Super Juniors, but I don't know. I kind of look at it like it doesn't make sense in a way of how they did this whole Bullet Club thing. I don't know. I'm just kind of thought about that right now. In the main event, we did get the Mercy Machine Guns and Frank Kazarian versus Honor No More, Eddie Edwards, and the Kingdom out there. A very good 6-man, very enjoyable. I did like the match, really good. It ended up with Honor No More getting the win, with Eddie pinning Saban. Next thing you know, they start beating up the face team. Heath walked out of a chair to start beating the hell out of everybody with it, even threw a chair at Eddie's head. They were getting the upper hand, but Kenny King and Vincent came out then, and the numbers advantage happened again, and they ended up beating up Heath and putting his leg into a chair and start stepping on it, just like they did the Rhino the week before. So I guess you can count Heath out of Slammiversary also. We still don't know who they're going to get. They got to get 2 originals, anybody that's currently or from former TNAs, past and whatnot. I don't know who they'll get and stuff. So they've been teasing a few TNA originals already. Like I said before, I don't really want to see a Braden Walker or Chris Harris or Shark Boy. I don't know where's James Storm. Why don't we bring him back again? Like Storm, at least Storm's still over. I can say that. I don't know what happened. Like he just kind of left and gone. I think he went back to NWA. I think I said that last week. I'm not really sure, but I don't know who they'll bring in for these 2 entries to join up with the 5-on-5. But at least they're still putting more heat on Honor No More, making them look strong right now. They've been getting wins lately because before they've just been taking L after L after L after L after L. So at least they're getting some type of win right now. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Especially like I said, Slammiversary is next week, so basically gonna be a big show. Okay. But other than that, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodKnight890. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Yeah, peace basically. So we'll see you then. Out.